Out on my porch again this morning. I was out last night. I'm having coffee with the dogs. So, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, notification bells, leave comments. I had fun last night on here. We were just talking about anything that popped up. And I might have had a couple beers too many, so that was a little fun. So now we're working on the morning coffee though to get real good. Shocking that we have everybody out here this morning. They're not all in the same spot, but we have all the dogs and the cats. They're all sitting here hanging out. The rarely seen Stanley, because he's usually out and about somewhere, but there he is chilling. He's a big boy. A big black and gray boy. We slide over here. We got Toby and Ruby. If we keep rolling, there's Wally, Susie, Teddy. Molly's playing with Stella right there. And Oliver is in the yard by himself. He's a good boy, but he prefers to be alone, I guess. So that's what he's doing. There's my morning train. Hi, little sugars. How are you doing, sweeties? You're such a big baby. Ruby, I didn't tell you. I didn't pick you up. I had to get my Tweety up here. And then Ruby wanted up. Hi. Hi. You are definitely daddy's girl, aren't you? Thank you. Alright, not in the mouth, but you can get any sugars. I don't mind sugars, just not in the mouth. Baby. Hi, baby. Hi, kitty. You don't get no coffee this morning. Uh-oh. The other one's moved. She's ready to go. I think. This one is definitely spoiled rotten. And I don't know, she's just spoiled. She was always skittish as a puppy. Well, she's still a puppy. She's not even a year old yet, but she was very skittish. She still is around people. Sometimes she's skittish around me, but she follows me everywhere I go. So get down there and play with everybody. It's Sunday morning. Get your play on. I know you guys don't want to look at me all day. Well, good morning to you, and good morning all the way to England. I'm in Georgia, United States. But it's good to have somebody chime in from so far away. You having a good morning? I'm having coffee. And it could be evening where you're at. I really don't know the time change, the time difference. They're all going to stretch out. I'm not good with that. From Carol in England. My daughter's been to England. I haven't. I gotta have enough money to take the vacation, plus have enough money to get people to drive for me and all that stuff morning, because I wouldn't know how to get around, and I definitely would mess up and drive on the wrong side of the road. So well, I would drive on the right side of the road for me, the wrong side for your country. That would be too funny. So yeah, we was out and about last night. I guess I finished my live video. I started at 9, hour and a half, about 10:30. And when I went in the house, went upstairs to the bed. Couldn't fall asleep. So I worked on some things.
All right, brother Joe, have a good day, man.
All right, be safe.
Yes, sir.
So I stayed up till after midnight working on things and getting everything straightened out that I needed to straighten out. And now here we are. Good evening, Crunch. How are you this evening? That's funny, you get to see me twice in one day. But it takes me 2 days to fit you in twice. We was on here last night, which was it this morning for you. I'm on here this morning, which is tonight for you. Yeah, it's a new day. Chat GPT voice person. I don't think I chat and sound like chat. Whatever. Chat GPT. See, after my stroke, I couldn't be a chat voice. But good morning to you as well. And hello. Yeah, I know what it is. But with the stroke, I couldn't get the Chat GPT out unless I think about it really hard. I'm from America. Live in Georgia. Where are you from? Oh, all the dogs got down except for my buddy. Toby's chilling. He's catching up on lost sleep. He stayed up late last night too.
All right, talk to you later.
All right. Earth. With an answer like that, I thought you were from Uranus. Everybody's relaxing. I'm pretty sure we're all from Earth. There's a couple that might not be, but I don't know them personally. All right. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. So this is my morning routines with the dogs. You guys get to watch the dogs. I get to enjoy my coffee. It's only 82 degrees this morning, which is a far better cry than the 96 it was, 94 it was last night when I was doing my live. I got the birds chirping. Sun's coming out. Just means it's going to be another hot, miserable day. But my house is air conditioned, and so is my car. Since I got to go to the Walmart today. I try to pick my Walmart runs on Sunday and early in the morning. That way, it's just me and maybe 47 other old people walking around Walmart. I gotta get some things. Okay, Crunch. I'm glad you told me. He said he was from Earth, and you know, I figured as much. I don't get it. Can you might be able to explain it to me because we've been talking for a while, and when we first started talking, you didn't want to say where you were from either. Why is that? That you being from India, you you kind of shy away from saying where you're from. Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce his name, but I figured it was something like that. See, I like yours because you just go by something that my English reading ass can handle. Crunch. And that works. Well, that's good. I'm fine with telling people where I'm from and where I live and all that. Not the exact address, but the area. I got nothing to hide. Hell, I'll go one step further. Somebody willing to give me a bunch of money, I'll even give you my Cash App card. I'll tell you how to get a hold of me. I'm kidding. But yeah, I've never cared. Everybody's like, you gotta watch out. There's crazy people on the internet. I'd be like, I know I'm one of them. What you chewing on, mister? Cardboard and paper again? Teddy is destruction. All rolled in a ball of fur. But then he sits back and looks at you with his dark brown eyes like, I haven't done anything wrong, Dad. And then jumps down and goes tear stuff up more. He's taking over Oliver's spot today because Oliver's outside. Well, we're all outside, but Oliver's out the gate, sitting by the garage. There's a look he always gives you when he's in trouble. Dad, I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I swear. How could this cute little face do that stuff? I wish my daughter was on here this morning, or her son, or her husband, my son-in-law, because I'm gonna butcher this, but Dentitos. That's what he calls Toby. Dentitos, or something like that. I asked him what it meant, and he said it was little teeth. And I think it's a funny name. So that is Toby Wallace, aka Dentitos, or something like that. I think that's funny. He calls him little teeth. And his teeth ain't so little they don't even stick in his mouth anymore. They're crooked as hell. He needs some doggy braces. There they go. And they're off. Not only are they off, they're sounding off. Let's just see if we can turn it. So if they're in that corner there, that means there's somebody walking down the street in front of the house or up the road. They must be walking away because the barking has faded. They're all gonna mosey their way back up. Wally said, nope, I'll cover that spot up, buddy. He said, I don't want to smell your pee. You smell mine. Let me get this set down and I'll read that real quick. You have 1 hour behind. What do you call that? 1 hour behind. Running late? I'm not for sure. Don't know about 1 hour behind stuff. Sorry, guys, that was me. That wasn't Wally. Normally it's him. For all my Oliver people, he's a little white dot by the garage. Oh, in summer, the daylight savings, I got you. The daylight savings time, which is very stupid. Just set the clocks and forget it. We always moving shit around because we ain't happy. It was put in a long time ago, probably not too long ago, but long enough for me. They put it in to make the summer days longer and stuff, I guess. Gives the farmers more daylight to work in. Actually, how it goes is summertime it springs forward, and in the fall and the winter we lose an hour. So the only way I could remember it was spring forward, we gain an hour. Fall back, we lose an hour. So the clock in my car is usually right half of the year. Because I don't change it. It's going to turn back around and be correct again. we don't pay enough taxes to the government, so they want us to do extra work in life, like changing the clocks every 6 months. It's kind of weird around here with stuff like that, but it's what I grew up knowing. Tititos. Ah, he called you that enough that I say it, and you come over here too. Little teeth. That's too funny. Yeah, I guess. I'm not really for sure why it's done. Yeah, the days are shorter in the winter, but they're shorter because we move the clock forward. Good morning, Rolly. How's it going, brother? Fancy seeing you here again. All right. Dentitos decided to jump up in my lap. He's a big baby. He loves attention. Well, that's good that your morning's a thumbs up. They come to see you, not me. Last night was me. Morning times are doggies. They want to see dogs, frogs, pigs, anything that we can get in here that's an animal. They prefer to see other than me. Petitos. You such a cute little fella. He's a clingy little sucker too. He wants. They all want attention. They all get it. But they do enjoy the sneaking up and the one-on-one time. Look, there's nobody else in the chair. Get in his lap. Get in daddy's lap. Yep, night comes early. It would be even earlier if they left the clocks alone. Because we gain an hour in the winter, so technically when it says 5 o'clock, it's really only 4. If you keep up with that, but after about 2 days, it is what time it is. Dentitos. Hi. He's a good boy. Yes, you are. You's a good feller. I don't care what Susie says about you. Yep, that's why it's called daylight savings. But they're not really saving it, they're kind of prolonging it. Aeroplane voice. There was an airplane flying by. Hi. I don't know how much more Levins you want. He's just a bum, man. And I have 6 more bums just like you. 7, 8, really. If you count the cats. The cats are bums too. Yeah. How many burglars have you caught lately? None. It's not my fault we haven't had any, but you haven't caught any either. He said, but I'm ready. I'll take him down from the ankles. And they're off. That's all it takes for me to be left all alone. One little bark, and another thing in my life just runs away. What did I do wrong? Excuse me. Let's see what they're screaming about now. They're in the same spot, so it's got to be the same sort of scenario. Nope. This one here was somebody actually walking across the street. That's a little too close for them. So that's what I do, Dad. I make for sure that nobody comes in the yard. I don't know if they make sure nobody comes in the yard, but they damn sure make for sure that I know if somebody's around. I'll get it spit out in a second. I know what I want to say. Sorry. We'll watch Stella since she's the only one up here on the porch. Well, thank you. I'm working on trying to keep it. My daughter come to visit, and she went to town, started working, getting ducks in rows and getting things straightened around. I wouldn't know what to do without her. I would be lost at this present time and moment in life. You're good. No, you was up here. No. Can't have you up here. Because you're small. I get that. You're very small. But when you jump, you put your paws on my pellet, and that's still bruised. No. I tried to be nice. I really did. So you go sit for a while, and I'll get you back. Yeah, the lawn's a little brown, but I'm glad it shows up green. I just mowed it, and they were getting ready to spray for the fleas the other day. So I mowed it short, so in that way that stuff could get down in there and do its duty. And try to take these fleas out. Stella is just out cold. She's had a good night. She laying there like she was drinking beer with me last night, but she wasn't. She said, I had too much to drink, Dad. I'm going to bed. Big yawn from Dentitos. Toby's like, stop calling me that. You don't say it right. Are you done showing the world your tricks? Look what I can do. Look at my drawings. Them ain't drawings. Why aren't you out in the yard with everybody else, bud? Nobody wants to play with you. Nobody wants to be your friend. So So I don't know if I've told anybody or everybody, but Toby and Ruby have taught. Well, didn't take much teaching, but them two can climb fences. They climb and jump in the front yard all the time. And it's like, whoa, stop. Actually, when the mood hits them, you can't stop them, but they have shown Molly. That little sucker climbs fences too. So now I got 3 dogs that I have to worry about if they decide they want to leave. They know how. So now I have to be outside all the time, vigilant. Don't leave me, Toby. The cats leave all the time, but they come back. Hi. There. He's like, I try to get away from that phone. It's always in my face. Yeah, the cats come back. The dogs don't. I think it's a game of hide and seek when they get out because they don't come back until I go find them or spot them somewhere and start screaming. The other morning when I realized that because they've gotten good, they can be extremely quiet when they do it. The only reason that I knew the fence rattled was because Molly tried it and she made a lot of noise when she jumped off. Luckily, they only went to the front yard. But I had just come back from a doctor's appointment and let them outside, and I hadn't closed the front gate yet. So I caught Molly before she got out of the yard. Toby and Ruby were across the street over by the boys' house. We've got some guys that live on the corner that got dogs, and they're cool people. And that's where they were at. Hello. Aloha kitty. Aloha. Look, it's everybody's favorite white little bean. It's Oliver Duke. You shaped like a baked bean. He stopped mid-turn, like, don't you dare talk about me on TV. And he's turned out to be a really, really good dude. And he had such a hard life that he just enjoys sitting around doing absolutely nothing. He's gotten to where now, when I give him a bath, he don't even fight it. He just sits in the sink, literally. Waits till the water gets in there and he sits his butt right down and like, do what you got to do. Wash me and get me out of here. Aloha Kitty said, hello, doggies. There's Wally. Hi, bud. You got some eye boogers. Yes, I know. It's the morning ritual around here. Everybody that comes up gets the sleep wiped out of their eyes first thing. We say hello. Yeah, he is very skinny. He's built like a baked bean. enjoys his life. He does a good job of relaxing. He's over cleaning or biting at something. I don't see anything crawling. I will investigate. He used to be really skinny, this one here, Toby. He came from a bad situation where people just up and moved and left him and a bunch of his fur family in a house with no food, and it took a while for people to find him. So when we got him, he was skin and bones. He's still small, but he has been fed very well. Put some meat on his bones, so to speak. You guys just had your bath the other day when Tiffany was here. She come and brought some shampoo, conditioner, or just shampoo stuff for the dogs. And I was like, okay, you can use it on everybody. I'm not for sure about Wally, because Wally's allergic to everything under the sun. And they all got washed, and I just told her, I said, look, give it a try. Worst that can happen is he breaks out. I have to give him some Benadryl to help combat the bumps that develop. But he didn't get any. So I told her, I'm not for sure where you got that stuff or what it is. It's in there with the dog stuff. I haven't looked at it yet because I wasn't able to bathe them. She did it for me. Her and her husband, bless their hearts, had 7 dogs to bathe. But she hooked him up, and that stuff didn't break him out. So if I find it, I'll tell you what the name of it is for people with dogs with very sensitive skin, because Wally has that, and it worked for him. It may work for you. We share info. So they all wanted to move somewhere. Yeah, dog shampoos are different. I think I have tried almost everything on the market for dog shampoo for Wally. And the only thing that he didn't break out from was baby shampoo and Dawn dishwashing liquid. The Dawn would dry his skin, but the baby shampoo worked. It's just I don't have any babies, so me trying to remember that he needs baby shampoo and buy some, that hasn't happened yet. I haven't remembered. I'm a bad person for not listening. But yeah, this stuff here, it worked. She knows the name of it since it didn't. When I've told her it didn't break him out the next day and he was good, she had her husband getting on Amazon or wherever and looking to see where she can get more. Things like that are really cool, because I know you can buy anything on the internet out there, but I'm not. That was never my cup of tea. Let's see if we can get this up here. You can't see them because they're all little dots back there in the corner. but you can hear them. Somebody walking down the street, and then they're just guard, 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 guard. Nobody getting in this yard without me knowing it. So they had to stop. No, it's not even aggression. They're saying hello. They're like, why aren't you talking to me? You're supposed to say hi. But they are loud. And they are trying to get everybody to stop and say, hey. I'm going to have to get me a new tripod thing. Or I'm going to have to figure out exactly how this one works. Because I've tightened this ball up 1,200 times. Sorry, I'm wiggling you guys around. I'm going to make you sick. Yep, that's how they communicate. Like, hey, hello, hi. When there's aggression going on, then there's 2 or 3 of them nipping at each other because they want to be outside. That's just playtime there. So I let them do it, and I don't say anything. But when they get too riled up, and it's mainly if another dog comes up to the fence, because some people will let their dogs just walk around. And when they get up to the fence, then the dogs become a little upset about that. I'm pretty sure they're saying, keep out. The inn is full. He's only got time for us. Stay the hell away from my daddy. I'm pretty sure is what they say. I wouldn't change it. I don't hear them half of the time when they're barking, because I'm so used to having dogs, and that's what they do. And some people just don't like the dogs barking. And I'm like, they're dogs. You can't stop it. You can't change it. Yes, they do. They definitely have protective instinct. And look at little Lightning. What's up, Miss Moo? Hi, Miss Molly. She said, let me get up these steps. Used to, she wouldn't even stand by Oliver. She wouldn't get up there because he was there. She's still leery of him. She said, I see you. And back down. Is that your kitty cat, Stella? Yeah. I gotta go hit the wonderful world of Walmart here in a bit. I gotta pick up some things to make them some dog food with, and get some doggy treats. And then it's back home to clean it. I have my visitor back. Sleep after 10. I don't blame you. Hey. The lawnmower man. Guy with a lawnmower. There they go. I got you. I'm like that too. If I go to sleep too early. I had some things going on Tuesday or Wednesday. I forget what day it was. And then I turned around and went to sleep, but I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't fall back to sleep, so I got up. That day, come 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I was exhausted. I was like, man, I can fall asleep just sitting here. But I powered through till about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then I fell asleep watching TV upstairs in my room. I fell asleep with the TV on. Woke up again in the middle of the night and turned it off and went right back to bed. I needed to catch up. There we go. That way you guys don't have to keep looking at me. I agree, Oliver is way cuter. Yeah, I am too. I was up early this morning because Molly woke up and she had to pee. And she got me up, I think it was 20 minutes till 5. And normally she doesn't whine to get up, so I knew she had to use the bathroom. So I got up, let him out, come down the stairs, let him outside to go pee. And when they finished up, I was like going back to bed. And I went back to sleep till 7:30. I don't mind getting up early, but 4:30, 4:40 is a little too early, especially since I didn't get to bed till about midnight. After I got done doing my live last night, I decided to finish up the beer I had started and checked out the uploaded, make sure the video uploaded, and then I got on Facebook. See, that's just too early for me. I can't get it up that early. Of course, I don't go to bed till, well, you said you go to bed at 10 o'clock, so that's no excuse for me either. I just can't get up that early. I could probably get more things done in a day. But if I woke up at 4:30, I'm going to drink coffee till 7 o'clock anyway. And that's the kind of things I run into. Yep. You wake up at what we call dusk, or known as the crack of dawn. I used to wake up to that sometimes, all the time. I even make jokes about waking up at the crack of dawn. But yeah, it's what it is. So any people that get up that early, you guys are what gets the world started, I guess, because I can't get up that early. Now, when I was driving truck, didn't have any sleep schedule because you slept depending on the load you're on is how your sleep went. I could work and pick something up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or pick something up at 3 in the morning. I can deliver something at 8 o'clock in the morning, or I can deliver at 2 o'clock in the morning. So then I used to have to sleep during the day. Yeah. It was just a crazy schedule. So now I'm getting back, getting used to going to bed early. Well, 10, 11 o'clock. And I get up 6 or 7. And if I sleep beyond 7 o'clock, 7:30, I feel like my day's already over when I wake up. Because by the time I get my coffee in, get them up in the bathroom. Yeah, I can nap. I could probably live my life on naps, just cat napping, power napping an hour here, an hour there, and get up and keep going. But some days when I climb in my bed and I stretch out, got my sleep number set exactly where I want it, shit. It's good night, Irene. I'm not getting up until the morning. But I try to do that. Go to sleep. I don't want to sleep my life away. I did that as a teenager. So I thought, but I used to be up 3 o'clock in the, up till 2, 3 in the morning watching Up All Night with Gilbert Godfrey or Masterpiece Theater, all that crazy stuff. It used to come on real late. I used to stay up and watch it. Then I'd sleep till noon. Yeah, in the wintertime, you could turn the heat off in the house and let it get 30 degrees in here or something, and I'm going to hibernate like a bear. When it's cold, I can sleep like no tomorrow. Whenever you get ready to wake up, all you got to do is stick your feet out and realize it's cold out there. Go back to bed. So I'm happy I don't live up in Ohio with Rolly, because I'd never get out of bed because it's cold. That used to be real rough when driving truck, because you could wake up and it'd be 20 degrees outside and you got to get up, do a pre-trip, which is walk around your truck and make sure all the components are still in place and still intact. Nobody's messed with your stuff while you slept. Warm the truck up, get coffee going, go to the bathroom, and then start your day. And I don't like to be cold, but I don't mind sleeping in the cold. With enough blankets, you can sleep through anything. Yeah, I'm not for sure exactly when it comes out here and all that stuff, but stick around. It's almost August, so the winter will be here before we know it. And I might be able to keep track of when the sun comes up or the light. Yeah, the joys of shoveling snow. I remember my daughter sent me the when she first got to up in New York. She sent me a video of her out. She's like, "Look, Dad," and she had a snow blower going. I don't know where she got it, but she was out. Those things are awesome. Yeah, snow's kind of heavy. You'll be wore out quick. Well, you have to shovel daily. There you go. Rolly is inviting you over to be a live-in shovel guy because you have to do it daily because you could shovel snow. You could shovel it this morning, clear your driveway, and come 12 o'clock in the afternoon, another snowstorm hit, and it'd be full again. Snow is, it's a never-ending job until it's over. But yeah, I used to like shoveling snow. There you go. Practice brooming in your own home. The kind of snow Rolly gets, you'll be brooming for about 2 minutes, and then you'll be asking somebody for a shovel. Yeah, a shovel full can weigh anywhere between 40 and 50 pounds, depending how much you fill it, and then you got to toss it somewhere. You're making my back hurt talking about snow. I grew up shoveling that stuff. I used to do it for money. Didn't make much money because lived in a small town where nobody had a lot of money. And me and my cousin would go door to door and see if somebody needed their sidewalk shoveled or their driveway. And we never had a set price. We always tell them, pay us what you can, because it was normally old people that we went. Most of the time, we got paid really well, but there's one old lady every year, she'd have a shovel and she'd hand us 50 cents each. And we would just say thank you and walk away and be like, we have to do it because she's old. Yeah. I used to love that too because it was all quiet and all you would hear is your shovel scraping along the concrete, and you're looking back at the progress. You're like, okay, I got this. You can eat snow. I wouldn't recommend it because I've seen some things where people have fresh snow as nice as it can be, piled 3 feet high, so they get out there and scoop it up in a cup and let the snow melt back into water. Yeah, definitely not the yellow snow. But they would let it go back into water, and it was dirty, just particles and small bugs and shit were in it. I wouldn't recommend eating it. As a kid, we did. You couldn't stop a kid from eating snow because that's just what we did. But now that I've gotten older, I'm not eating any snow. Definitely not eating yellow snow. But yeah, we've made ice cream and things out of it. Yeah. I don't know what all's in it, but when we were younger, we'd make ice creams and just be silly. But nowadays, everybody's oh, you can't drink that water. That water's bad for you. You can't do this. You can't do that. You should drink this and drink that. I drink straight tap water, filtered through the filter on my refrigerator. I don't do bottled water and all that because I always heard water doesn't have an expiration date, but those stupid bottles they put them in does, and then that plastic starts breaking down. Yeah, I just drink it. I don't know if y'all caught that laugh, but that was funny as hell. Neighbor across the street just laughing on her porch. I don't know what she was laughing about. Oh, yeah, well, I got you. I can decipher. I'm bad at spelling too. But yeah, find the water. You can find it here, unless you're out in the middle of the woods somewhere, and you can probably find it there too. But the question is it good enough to drink? Most of the time, the answer is no. But yeah, around here in America, everybody takes water for granted because all we gotta do is turn the faucet on, and there it is. Yep, you got a whole lake full. But the question is, would you drink it? Would you just dip a cup in and pull it out and be like, oh yeah? Now, when I was younger and living in Kentucky, you could drive through the mountains. Yeah, I've seen him do that. I wouldn't. He's telling you how you can survive. I'm pretty sure I would welcome death at the point to where I'm squeezing elephant shit just to get something to drink. But he tells you how to survive if you have to. And the human body is weird because we say we wouldn't do a lot of shit until you get put in that situation where it's do or die. Yes, desperate measures. And then we got that fight or flight instinct built into us, and it's either you do what you got to do to live or you die. Yes, I bet you are happy for your wealth. Yep, I've seen him do that too, talking about it. He also said that it dehydrates you even more than what you are, but it's kind of a catch-22. You either get dehydrated more, but at least you get a little fluids in your body. I watched that one movie. Yeah, it is disgusting. But I seen that movie where the I don't know what it was called, but the guy was hiking out west and with all these little caves and shit, and one caved in and a boulder caught his arm in there, and it was crushed up real bad. And after about 4 or 5 days, he pulled out a pocket knife he had and he cut his own damn arm off with a pocket knife. Had to cut through nerves and tendons and shit just to get away. So you will do what you have to do to survive. I love well water. That's one of the things I miss about I live in a small town, but I'm kind of in the city area, so I'm on city water. I do like a well. When we were in Kentucky, we had a deep well and had really good water. So I was happy about that. Yeah, it's amazing what somebody will do to stay alive. Oliver is just relaxing still. There's Toby. He's chilling. Somebody said, okay, too loud. He's got his ears going again. Yes, extreme adventures can be fatal. But watching shows like that, it helps you learn what you can do to survive and all that. I know how you can do it without having to drink tea, but you can make fresh drinking water. It's not a lot. It's like a teaspoon or something, but you can make fresh drinking water out of your own urine with a glass and piece of plastic. Just the condensation that gets on the plastic is clean and clear. You don't get a lot, but it works. Little tricks like that to help you. I just don't ever want to be put in that situation. But if I am, well, it's survival mode. Sunday drivers going by real slow. They must be early for church. They're like, slow down, Martha. We're going to be there too soon. I'm still being silly from the night before. 83 degrees already. With 98 being the humidity, the relative humidity factor. Somebody got their stereo cranking. I hear the beat. And now they're gone. I just have a little old factory stereo in my car. There is no beat, beat, thump, thump. Oh, sorry. But yeah, it just nothing, oh, nothing big on the car. But since I did, but since I did have my brother put the window tint on it, and I made for sure that he made it dark, just so I could stay cool in there. So there's the same car, just looking a little different. It's been a really good car, so she needs a bath. I haven't named her yet. That's a good question. What to name her? I used to name all my trucks that I drove. Hi, everyone. Hi, Miss Moo. Hi, Ruby 2. And Teddy. Hi, guys. So, yeah, I used to. Well, thank you, Crunch. That was my Father's Day present from my daughter. That's what she bought me. Yep. Chevy Malibu Classic. It's a 2008, but she got a 2008 with only, I think it's got 85,000 miles on it now since I had it, but it had 84 something when I got it. So I am tickled pink about it because I didn't have one after everything, and she's like, she didn't feel right me being here and trying to schedule doctor's appointments around my brother's schedule when he could take me. And she knew she was about to ramp up my visits about, this shit's been taking long enough, Dad. We're getting things fixed, and I want you to get there. Don't you try to jump. Ah, 06. You put some miles on that bad boy. Brick. I'd like to get that many miles out of this car. It's going to take a lifetime to reach because I don't go anywhere anymore. I don't like to travel much. And there they go. Again. Yeah, that's good miles on a Buick. You got that car that you make sure you do the oil changes and all the routine maintenance, or else it wouldn't have that many miles. Yep. Yeah, that's the whole secret to them. Everybody used to say, get a Toyota, you can get all kinds of miles on them, which you can. But you can get miles on any vehicle if you take care of them properly. And like you said, oil change every 3,000 miles. And if it's time for a radiator flush and all that to keep it going, you get it done. It's routine maintenance. 72. I would love 72 right now. That would be 11 degrees cooler than what it is. Don't sound like a lot, but every little bit helps. Oh, what a lazy day. Yeah, 72 degrees, sun shining. That's what I call a beautiful day. At least you're not mentioning overcast and rain. You're in that season, I guess. You get overcast rain all the time. My my spring comes earlier than yours, so I have the rainy days earlier. There's 4 out there, 3 up here. Okay. Sorry, had to do a dog count. Everybody is present and accounted for. Which one of you are going to go in there and make me breakfast? You going to do it, Oliver? He said, no. That's all it takes. One bark, and everybody's running. I don't know what they're barking about. Yes. As soon as it barks, they could be sound asleep. As you was watching Oliver, he's sound asleep. But a bark happens, and he's off like a shot, just like the rest of them. The only one that stayed is Stella. Stanley even got up and decided to roam the neighborhood. I totally get it, brother. You have a great day, and I'll be back sometime. I never know when. So anybody that watches that wants to know when, just hit that notification button. When the urge hits me, you'll know. You be safe, Rolly. Have a great day, and give Goober a pat on the head for me. I think it's somebody walking in the park is what they're barking at now. Or a cat over in the park. I've tried to find it, but I don't know. Whatever it was, they're bored with it now. Now it's just me and the kitty. And you can see in the shadows, the trees are moving, so we got a breeze here. Now you're talking. Go sit down and do a little fishing. I always heard a bad day of fishing was better than a good day at work, so. Yep, he meant fishing or drowning worms. Sometimes that's what we call it around here. Drowning worms. Well, good luck. I hope you catch something. And I hope nothing happens to sidetrack you like life. Anything to do with the dog needed this or I had to get this done first. Go enjoy your day. Fish. I think, what did it say? Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Deport him and you never have to feed him again. But I haven't been fishing in a long time. I don't care a lot to eat fish, so I don't go. Now, one of my good friends, he loves fishing, but he loves catch and release. Ah, yeah. People see somebody with a fishing pole around here, they're like, they ask where they're catching the fish at because they want to know. My friend that loves fishing, that's a good question. What do they use? Do they use nets where you're at, Crunch? I'm not really for sure. And those are very hard to fool with. A casting net, not good. Gotcha. I used to like going out and at night and putting a spotlight in the water and waiting on the shrimp to gather around the light and then throw a net in and see if you can get some shrimp. Yeah. Some people fish just to catch it to eat, but I'm not a fish fan, but I do enjoy the quiet time and the relaxing. Yeah. Here we call that commercial fishing. Just Lake Erie. What kind of fish do they have in that lake? You get things like walleye and stuff like that. I'm not for sure what all's up there. Bass, catfish. I'll meet my buddies out there on the lake, fired up. Meet me down at Party Cove. The Redneck Yacht Club. 3 bodies. Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea. Okay. I've heard of all of them. Haven't been to a one. Gotcha. I know. I remember being in Michigan and up in Kentucky and stuff, and hearing things about all these lakes that were up north, and everybody was fishing for walleye. I've never eaten one. I guess they're pretty good eating. I've had perch. That's pretty good. Bass is all right. To me, catfish tastes like mud, but that's just me. Okay. You got all 3 oceans named off. The Pacific. I live closer to the Atlantic. Or I guess the fishing spot around here would be the Flint River, I think is what they call it. That or the Chattahoochee. Unless you drive an hour and a half west, and then you'll hit the Atlantic Ocean. So there's definitely some fishing to be done if you like that. My buddy carries a fishing pole in the trunk of his car. He'll stop at a pond to do bass fishing. He don't care. And then there's so many things to choose from depending what you're trying to catch for what kind of bait you use. there's that stuff. Teddy's going under the bench in the shade. Oh, he likes it under there. I need to look and see if there's something under there he's getting into, but he'll sit under there for a while. I think that car's seen better days. Just rolling in and well, everyone, I've been on here about an hour and a half. I need to go get my day started. I got to get to the store before it gets busy, because nothing sucks worse than a packed Walmart. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that button. Be safe in everything you go to do today. Have a great week, everyone. And stop back in next time I'm here and join in the conversation. You guys have a great day. Thanks.